Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Alan Burgos from the #WokwithLan channel. Welcome and welcome back to our channel. All right, so let us just honor first our subscribers. They are now more than 3,800. Okay, so thank you very much. No, konti na lang. We could be able to hit the 4,000 subscribers already. Thank you very much for these milestones. And then we are praying and we are hoping that you are okay, you are okay and you will be blessed so that you could be able to help others also. Okay, so please do subscribe to our channel if you're not yet subscribed and you're here now. Please do subscribe and believe me, it could help. No, your subscription could help it could help to sustain our channel, and yeah, it could help to sustain our channel. All right, so that we could be able to help others also later on. Okay, so without much further ado, let me share to you the NPC circular, or the National Privacy Commission circular, no, 16-03. No, guys, no, we were able to discuss the law itself, the 10173, and then the part of the IRR, we were able to discuss that, no, we were able to read and discuss that. Okay, kasi ganun ng ang interpretation, no? Mag-start muna sa law, after the law, we have the IRR, or the implementing rules and regulations, and yung pangatlo dun, guys, ay yung yung policies, policies, guidelines, no, policies and guidelines of the commission itself, or the National Privacy Commission, in terms of the data privacy, ha. So basahin natin to isa-isa. Medyo matagal to, guys, medyo matagal, pero I'll be giving you the perspective of an IT person here. Okay? All right. Now, guys, if you would like to have a talk, no, about data privacy, please do not hesitate to contact me. No, my email address is siralanburgos@gmail.com, so that we could be able to help your company to be aware, no, of the data privacy. No, so we are talking about here the personal data breach management. No? Ayan, ito yung subject matter niya, no? Personal data breach management. Whereas the Philippine Constitution guarantees respect for the right of privacy, no? So lagi nating sinasabi 'yon, guaranteed ito sa Constitution, no? It is guaranteed in the Constitution that we have the right to privacy, no? Including information privacy, not only the privacy per se, no, yung personal privacy, no? Kaya nga may mga pinto tayo, bintana, no, nakatint yung ating tawag dito, nakatint ang ating mga window, etc. No, aside from that, regarding the information privacy, ito yung mga information natin, no. It can be either a personal identifiable information or personal health information. Okay? Yan, personable health information or personable identifiable information. No? So accorded recognition as inherent in the freedoms enjoyed by every Filipino. So wala pong dito, ha, hindi, it's either left, right, or middle ka, or etc. Dapat pare-parehas tayo. We have the right to privacy. No? And at the same time, Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution emphasizes, Section 11 of the Constitution emphasizes that the state values of the dignity of every human person and guarantees full respect for human rights. So, meaning to say, guys, that particular right to privacy is considered human rights, no? Kahit naman may nababasa ako, no, about data privacy sa Europe, sa US, talagang human rights, no? They are considering this as human rights. Okay? So whereas Article 2, Section 24 of the Constitution provides the state recognizes the vital role of communication and information in nation building. So yung ICT, no, information, communications, technology, okay, talagang part yan ng nation building ng Pilipinas, no? And Section 2 of Republic Act number 10173, yan na nga yung Data Privacy Act, also known as the Data Privacy Act of 2012, provides that it is the policy of the state to protect the fundamental human right of privacy communication while ensuring free flow of information to promote innovation and growth. No? So yun yung inaano nila, no? Sinasabi nila, no? So yun. Okay? So human right talaga. So nakakatakot, no? Kasi ginagaranti nga ng Constitution eh, no? Tapos talagang may batas pa talaga that this is really a right, no, of an individual. So if somebody violated this right, no, malaking ano yun, no? For example, nagkautang ka tapos pinost yung pagmumukha mo sa Facebook, pinapahiya ka, etc. That is a concern, no? And then if that individual knows the law, yari ka, patay ka talaga. You will be fined. You syempre with due process naman, but you will be fined with due process. Okay? And then of course, baka later on hindi lang ma-fine, baka makulong ka pa, no? So that's why we need to be careful about it. Okay? So whereas there are increasing incidents of personal data breaches that impact both public and private entities, no? So when we say public, these are government officials, no? Private, we are private entities, these are companies, no? Or pwede rin maging private individuals ito, no? Entailing significant economic and legal costs for those involved in processing of personal data and putting at risk data subjects. When we say data subject, these are people or company who owns that data, okay? For identity theft, crimes, and other harm, and that in order to afford protection of personal data, reasonable and appropriate organizational, physical, and technical measures should be implemented. Okay? So whereas, guys, no, whereas Section 20F of the Act, no, when we say Act, ito yung Data Privacy Act of 2012. Of the Act requires prompt notification of the National Privacy Commission and affected data subjects when sensitive personal information. No? When we say sensitive personal information, ito yung mga PII, ito yung mga PHI, and other information for that matter. Pwedeng sa company, pwede doon sa mga individuals inside of the company, no? Or other information that may under the circumstances be used to enable identity fraud are reasonably believed to have been required by an authorized person, which may likely give rise to a real risk of serious harm to any affected data subject. So meaning to say, if there is a data breach already, okay, that particular company or individual should be able to notify or inform, no? Notify or inform the NPC, the National Privacy Commission, of this one in detail. Okay? So whereas in order to ensure compliance of the country and all personal information controllers, when we say personal information controllers, ito yung mga DPOs or people who are processing that particular information of the data subjects. Okay? Now, controls of personal information processors with the law and the international standards set for data protection and to safeguard against accidental or unlawful destruction, alteration, and disclosure, as well as against any other unlawful processing. The management of personal data breach should include prevention. Okay, when we say prevention, hindi pa nangyayari yung particular act, hindi pa nagkakaroon ng data breach, no? So we are doing our best na, no, to prevent what will happen. Kasi alam na natin kung anong mangyayari, di ba? So for example, alam naman natin na baka mawala yung ating breadwinner. Anong gagawin natin? Kuha ka ng insurance, no? Okay, kuha ka ng health insurance, invest ka, something like that. No, alam na kasi natin, alam na masusunog yung bahay, no? Baka masunog yung bahay. Anong gagawin mo? May fire extinguisher ka na, may fire insurance ka na. Okay? Something like that. We are preventing it, no? So meron din team na merong incident response, mitigation, and compliance with notification requirements, no? Wherefore, in consideration of these premises, the National Privacy Commission hereby issues this circular governing personal data breach management, no? So meron dapat tayong how to govern, no? Parang governance to, no? Ng data breach management, no? So yon. Okay? Personal data breach management. Okay? So kasi alam na natin mangyayari, no? We should be able to know how to manage it. Okay? So yung rule number 1, no? Rule number 1. Okay? So rule number 1, section 1, scope. These rules, no, apply to any natural and juridical person, no? So pag sinabi natin juridical, mga companies ito, no? natural and juridical person in the government or a private sector. So in government, no, government and private sector, public, okay, and private sector, processing personal data in outside of the Philippines, in outside of the Philippines, personal data in outside of the Philippines, subject to the relevant provisions of the Act and its implementing rules and regulations, no? So talagang nauuna yung Act, no? Nauna yung Data Privacy Act, yung law itself, okay? And then after nun, yung IRR, implementing rules and regulations, and then after the implementing rules and regulations, this particular policy, rules, no? Rules and guidelines, if we can call that one. Okay. Section 2, purpose. These rules provide the framework for personal data breach management and procedure for personal data breach notification and other requirements. Section 3, definition of terms. No? So for the purpose of this circular, the following terms are defined as follows. No? When we say letter A, when we say act, it refers to 10173. It would not refer to 10175. No? This is exclusively referred to 10173 if we are talking about this act on this particular rules, no? Or otherwise known as the Data Privacy Act of 2012. No? Letter B, commission. When we say commission, no, we are referring to the National Privacy Commission. Letter C, data protection officer. It refers to an individual designated by the head of agency to be accountable for the agency's compliance with the act. Okay, so provided that the individual must be an organic employee of the government agency. When we say organic, he is a full-time, no, or maybe not full-time, but part of that organization, an employee, sinisweldohan siya, no? Hindi siya consultant or parang hihilahin mo lang and then you are part of the DPO itself, no? Hindi ganon. Okay? Provided that the individual must be an organic employee of the government agency, provided further that a government agency may have more than one data protection officer. Wow, talaga? Oh, to have, okay, may have more than, pwedeng maraming data protection officer, no? Okay. Letter D, IIR, no, or the implementing rules and regulation refers to the implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act 10173, other known as the Data Privacy Act of 2012. No? Letter E, personal data. When we say personal data, it refers to all types of personal information. No? Kahit ano yan, no? Your age, your address, your SSS number, GSIS number, all the health information, that is considered personal data. All right. Letter F, personal data breach. Refers to a breach of security leading to the accidental or unlawful destruction. So it could be accidental, hindi sinasadya, pero it was distracted already, no? Unlawful destruction, loss, alteration, unauthorized disclosure of or access to personal data transmitted, stored, or otherwise processed. A personal data breach may be in the nature of. So may tatlong ano yan, no? Number 1, an availability breach resulting from loss, accidental, or unlawful destruction of personal data. Okay. Number 2, integrity breach resulting from alteration of personal data. Okay. When we say integrity breach, no, it would be modified, no, the data would be modified. So parang pag sinabing the age is 37, okay, of that particular employee, 37, biglang nag-modify, it became 39, something like that. So that is integrity breach. Number 3, a confidentiality breach, no? So if you will notice, ano to, no, CIA, no, confidentiality, integrity, availability. Okay, a confidentiality breach resulting from the unauthorized disclosure of or access to personal data. Okay. Letter G, personal information controller. Ito na, no? Refers to a natural or juridical person or any other body that controls the processing of personal data or instructs another to process personal data on its behalf. The term excludes ito yung mga company guy, no? Company or person na pina-process yung data mo, no? For example, insurance commission or the insurance company, the government agency, a mall, something like that. These are people or companies who are processing your information. All right. So the term excludes, a natural or juridical person or any other body that performs such functions as instructed by another person or organization. Number two, a natural person who processes personal data in connection with his or her personal family or household affairs. There is control if the natural or juridical person or any other body decides on what information is collected or the purpose of extent to its processing. Okay, mahaba ba to guys ha? Siguro tigil tayo dito after rule 2. Mahaba pa yan, rule 2. Okay, and then we will just continue, ha? All right, so yan. Okay, letter H tayo, letter H. Personal information. Personal information processor refers to any natural or juridical person or any other body to whom a personal information controller may outsource to instruct the processing of personal data pertaining to a data subject, personal information processor. No? Okay, letter I, privacy impact assessment or PIA. PIA, guys, it is a process undertaken and used by a government agency to evaluate and manage privacy impacts. No? So parang they are evaluating and assessing that particular action. Letter J, security incident. Security incident, guys, is an event or occurrence that affects or tends to affect data protection or may compromise the availability, integrity, and confidentiality of personal data. It shall include incidents that would result to personal data breach, if not for safeguards that have been put in place. Okay. All right. Letter K, security incident management policy refers to policies and procedures implemented by a personal information controller or personal information processor to govern the actions to be taken in case of a security incident or personal data breach. All right. Letter I, sensitive personal information refers to personal information about an individual's race. Yan, ito na guys, sensitive personal information about an individual's race, ethnic origin, marital status, age, color, and religious, philosophical, or political affiliations. But kaya, guys, this could be considered as sensitive personal information because later on it could be pwedeng there could be cancel you could be canceled because of this belief, no? Or you could be discriminated, no, against this belief. 'Di ba recently, 'di ba? May mga BBM, no? Ako BBM ako, no? Talagang ano 'yan, aminado tayo. But I'm lucky that in my organization, okay, even though majority of its faculty members and the leaders are for VP Lenny, they respected, no, the political beliefs of their subordinates or of their employees, no? Ganun din no, beauty nung mismong city, no? So, led by Mayor Vico Soto. Talagang nakakabilib, no? Okay? Yan. Okay? That's why this is considered sensitive personal information, no? Number 2, about an individual's health, education, genetic, or sexual life of a person or to any proceeding for any offense committed or alleged to have been committed by such person, the disposal of such proceedings, or the sentence of any court in such proceedings. Okay? So pwedeng, this is considered sensitive. Issued by government agencies peculiar to an individual, which includes but not limited to social security numbers, previous or current health records, licenses or its denials, suspension or revocation, and tax and returns. Specifically, established by an executive order or an act of Congress to be kept classified. No? So if that is classified, it should remain classified. Unless otherwise, there is a court ruling, okay, that would warrant you to reveal, no, what is that information, something like that. Pero bibihira naman yung ganun. All right. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. So we are done with the National Privacy Commission, Personal Data Breach Management, Rule number 1. Rule number 1 pa lang tayo, ha? Rule number 1, or the general provisions, it includes also the definition of terms. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you very much, and we will see it. I will see you later on or next time around, so that we could be able to discuss the other provisions of these rules, no, with regards to personal data breach management. That's it for today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.